Do you think if you moderated yourself more, if there was better content moderation on the platform, that you wouldn't have to answer these questions from reporters about the great replacement theory as it relates
I
to
don't have to
Democrats,
answer these
the great
questions.
replacement theory as it relates to Jewish people? Do you think that?
I don't have to answer questions from reporters. Don, the only reason I'm doing this interview is because you're on the X platform and you asked for it. Otherwise, I would not do this interview.
So you don't think do you think that you wouldn't get in trouble or you wouldn't be criticized for these
I'm
things, or that
criticized
there was
constantly. I could care less.
you don't care?
No, I don't
Why
care.
not?
It's like he's not hearing what he wants to hear, so he just keeps at it.
I don't think people should care what the media thinks about them.
Yeah,
They're terrible judges of character.
100%.
Even someone who has one of the biggest social media and biggest information platforms in the world, you don't care? You don't think that you have any?
Especially because it happens to be a supporter of free speech. He has even more of a responsibility to adhere to free speech standards and laws.
X.com, or you have any responsibility to the truth or moderating
What's the truth? What you think is the truth, Don?
the platform?
You're conflating the truth with the media, and I think the media is not truthful.
Well, not with just the media. I mean, just the truth in general.
I care about the truth very much. That's why we have, for example, community notes on the X system, where in order for a community note to surface and provide corrective information about what somebody posts, and my posts are equally subject to this. I've been community noted many times. In order for a community note to surface, people who have historically disagreed must agree in order for a community note to surface. And all of the code for community notes is open source. All of the data is open source, so you can completely recreate it from scratch. The way to build trust is transparency.
100%.
I have noticed community notes. I think that you are right about that, and I do think community notes are helpful. I think any type of content moderation, I do think that's helpful. You recently called content moderation, though, a digital chastity belt. Do you think that you believe that X and you have some responsibility to moderate hate speech on the platform?
I think we have a responsibility to adhere to the law, and we have a responsibility to be transparent about when things are shown, why they're shown. That's why we open source our algorithm. I think once you start going beyond the law, now you're putting your thumb on the scale.
Yeah, see, thumb on the scale, he's basically talking about being the arbiter of what constitutes as hate speech. And that is where it's a very slippery slope.
We don't want to put our thumb on the scale.
It doesn't concern you that hate speech has gone. Research shows that it's gone up on the platform since you took over. That's not concerning to you?
I believe that is false. In fact, the research that I've seen says it went down.
The study from the Institute of Strategic Dialogue found that anti-Semitic tweets doubled from June 22 to February 2023. One study reported that as many as 86% of the posts reported for hateful content remained up after being reported. Hate speech on the platform is up.
So what they will typically do is they will count the number of posts, but not count the number of views. So what matters is, was that post given high visibility, or what did like one person see it? And if you look at the number of views of how many times was hate content viewed on our platform, it is down substantially.
Yeah. Well, that's not was what the study shows. And you
Yeah, he just doesn't like hearing what he's hearing, so it doesn't compute.
said you like transparency. I'm going to show you this, and
Don, you can get a study that will tell you whatever you want.
But
And this is another important point, is that studies aren't facts. You can literally get a study to prove X. In fact, that's how a lot of the studies are done. They're conducted, is that somebody comes in with some money and they get a group of experts and they say, you need to prove X. That's it. That's the mandate.
these are just a handful of extremely. If you look at those anti-Semitic and racist tropes and tweets, and as of this morning, they're still on X. And from your own content policy, these posts should have been deleted. So
See, here's the thing. This is hate speech, or this is racist and whatnot. And where do you draw the line between free speech and what what is considered hate speech? And even then, like, if you are a platform for free speech, are you allowed to moderate? Are you allowed to delete posts that fall in line with what is hate speech. Like I would say this is certainly hate speech. However, who is the arbiter of hate speech on other posts? It could become subjective, and in which case you might be put in a difficult position where you have to delete a whole bunch of posts because they are labeled as hate speech.
Why haven't they been deleted? Why are they still there? Did you?
We delete things if they are illegal.
These have been up there for a while.
Are they illegal?
They're not illegal, but they're hateful, and they can lead to violence. As I just read to you, the shooters, in all of these mass shootings, attributed social media to radicalizing.
So Don,
that's not a very good point. Shooters can use any reason to justify shooting, and it's a far cry to use that as a justification to stifle free speech on a social platform.
you love censorship, is what you're saying.
Yeah,
no, I don't
he
love
does.
censorship.
Then why are you asking?
I believe in moderation, but I don't believe in
Censorship is what?
I mean, no, I won't say anything bad. Moderation is censorship. So it's just very contradictory to say I believe in moderation and not censorship. No, moderation is censorship. Just like if you have free speech and you moderate that free speech, like they're mutually exclusive, meaning they're contradictory positions. You can't have free speech and moderation. And I know it's a complex topic, but in general, moderation is censorship.
Moderation is a propaganda word for censorship.
But don't you think free
Exactly.
speech is one thing, right? Or not,
Look, if
not
something's
censorship.
illegal, we're going to take it down. If it's not illegal, then we're putting our thumb on the scale and we're being censors.
You're putting your thumb on the scale for moderating hate speech.
You can see how it's not computing because he really is not hearing what he wants to hear.
I mean, you don't put out child pornography. That's not.
It's illegal.
Some people would say that's considered censorship. I'm just saying, you.
No, I literally, Don, I literally said, if something is legal, okay, we will obviously remove it.
Okay.
But if it is not legal, the laws in this country are put forward by the citizens. We're a democracy. If those laws are put in place by the people, we adhere to those laws.
Okay, I
And we
agree.
adhere to the
Agree.
laws of others. If you go beyond the law, you're actually going beyond the will of the people.
Okay, agreed with the law. But if you are doing something that promotes hate and violence and ultimately leads to killing, you don't feel you have any
How's he promoting hate and
responsibility
violence?
not to do that?
Uh,
When the people who are doing it
I think the
admittedly
mainstream
are saying,
media does articles all the time that lead to violence and killing. Don't they? Shouldn't they? Like you're applying a differential standard to.
but that would never be in mainstream media. These types of images, that type of language, those things would never be. We'd never, when I was in mainstream media, we'd never promote things that would be anti-Semitic. We would never promote things that would.
anti-Semitic either.
Did you not see those?
You
didn't
said
promote
promote. If content is on the platform, that doesn't mean we promote it.
But that wouldn't be on a platform for mainstream media at all.
No, but you can think of that. That's because the mainstream media has like, whatever, 20 articles a day. We have 500 million posts today.
Okay,
500
understood.
million.
Does it bother you? How do you feel about that
Are you his
when
therapist?
you see it?
I obviously disagree with that. I think it's not good at all. It's terrible.
But you don't want to get rid of it on the platform, or at least moderate it.
The rules, what you're suggesting is censorship that goes beyond the law. And what I'm saying is that we, I guess, have a disagreement because I do not believe in censorship that goes beyond the law, and you do. We have a difference of opinion in that regard.
I understand that, but these are your own rules on your own platform. These go against the rules on your platform. That's why I'm asking you. If you said, listen, we allow everything, but that's not what your content rules say. And that's why I'm asking you, why are they still there? Your own content policy. That's why I'm asking you that, not because...
Which part of our content policy says that we should delete these things?
Your content policy talks about hate speech.
Yes, we don't promote hate speech.
And so you don't consider that hate speech?
I guess you're not understanding what I'm saying. There's if there's you can find you can sign up right now and do 100 things that are hateful, but if nobody reads it, it doesn't matter. So you can think of X as being, it's much like the internet. It's not some tiny publication with like 20 articles a day. It's 500 million.
But everyone has the opportunity to read it, Elon.
And everyone has the opportunity to read the internet. Are you suggesting we should shut down the internet?
No, but you don't own the internet. I'm asking you about you and your responsibility on your platform. And so I see how you feel now. You don't agree. We don't agree on this.
Yes, you want censorship and I don't.
No, I don't want censorship at
Yes,
all.
you do.
No,
You
I
absolutely
want
do.
responsibility. I think there.
You desperately want censorship.
No, if I want a
You
censorship,
want censorship so bad you can taste it.
no, that's not true. It's not true. I think that there's right and wrong. And I think
therefore
that,
you want censorship.
and I
Okay, what's right or wrong? I mean, the thing is, he's brought this up again. He's basically saying he wants free speech as long as it serves him. If the proponents of everything that he believes in are speaking, then great. Yay, free speech. If it's something that goes against what he says or goes against what he believes in, oh, we should definitely censor them. We should be moderating them. I mean, the Hunter Biden laptop story. Oh, we should censor that. We should definitely get rid of that because that's misinformation. I mean, I wish Elon brings that up.
think that when you have a platform that's as big as yours and as powerful as yours and as influential as yours, and you are a person of consequence to the world with what you do, that there is a certain responsibility that goes along with what you have on your platform and what you put out to the world. And I think that's important. You don't see that responsibility.
I think we have a responsibility to adhere to the law, and if people want the law changed, they should talk to their elected representative and get the law changed, and then we will adhere to the law.
Okay.
But if you want us to go beyond the law, that is us deciding to be censors.
So,
And I'm against censorship. I'm in favor of freedom of speech.
Yeah.
And freedom of speech only is relevant when people you don't like say things you don't like. Otherwise, it has no meaning.
Like you're
but
getting
I
a
do
platform
think
down.
that there should be guardrails. And I believe in free speech.
He uses the word guardrails. Oh, there should be things in place to delete posts that I don't like.
As much as you. I would
No,
fight.
you're
I don't disagree. I don't agree with a lot of what you put out on social media, but I will fight for your right to be able to say it.
Great.